Hey everybody, how you doing? It's Laura, and I am going to do another haul video for you. I'm going to try to keep this one short. It's me. That might not happen, but I'm going to try. So I'm going to show you a couple of things that I got from an estate sale that I went to. Honest to God, I have so many things that I've done recently that I don't remember the story behind this. Doesn't matter. I'm just going to show you the stuff that I got. It was from an estate sale, and they had a lot of stuff, and I went. I know it was the second day because everything I've done recently was second day. So I'll just start. I got a cute little Santa towel. And I want to say that at this estate sale, I spent a total of $80 because I know that I did that at like two different, I don't know. Maybe it'll come to me. Doesn't matter. Christmas towel. I don't really care about towels, but they're easy to list, and it's Christmas, and people like Christmas, and it actually looked vintagey. So there you go. Look how cute the deer is. All right, Christmas towel. I got two of these guys. If I can dig them out. Oh, I forgot about that other thing I got. So awesome. Oh, there he is. Okay. So these I got because they were marked as $2 each, so they weren't expensive. I don't remember if that's how much, whatever. I bought things as a lot. So it's this little face. It's Piggy. And I looked at it because it looked older. It's Fitz and Floyd, which I knew was enough of a thing. I looked these up, and I should be able to list them for, I want to say between 15 and 25 for the pair. I think 25 for the pair. So based on other eBay comps currently. So, and they're both in nice shape. Piggy mugs. There you go. Let's see. Okay, so good stuff. Good stuff. Better stuff at least. This is a dress, shockingly. This is Laura Ashley, and it's a very 80s dress, as you can tell. It's nice. It's a size 12 US, and it was made in Great Britain, which is also preferable to made in China. I think there's other countries besides China and Great Britain that it was made in, and I don't remember all of them. Some of them are like, yeah, that's good, and some of them are like, they weren't as great at that point. But this is a popular style. This dress, this was marked as 12. I think I probably paid more, like 10 or so. There's a lot of sort of this, I don't know if you guys are going to be able to see it. Probably not because it's darker back there. There's a lot of spotting. It's very light, and it seems to be throughout a lot of the dress, and it's got a musty smell. So I'm going to soak this and wash it out. I think that even if the spotting doesn't come out, because it may just be like lightening, you might be able to see it on this flower. Not that you fucking care, but so I think even if it doesn't come out, it should still be a nice seller. So if it remained damaged, I would probably try to sell it for around 30. If I'm able to get the spots out, I'm probably going to go more in the $50, $60 range, maybe as high as 80. I have to look at what current comps are. I know Urban Outfitters somewhat recently did a Laura Ashley partnership thing. So I don't know if that has helped or hurt the value, and it might depend on the platform. My current plan is to put it on Etsy. If it's really popular, my alternative would be Poshmark if the Urban Outfitters thing took off nicely. So, Laura Ashley, size 12. Like I said, fantastic size. This dress is so pretty and very small, and also has that same sort of spotting to it. This was also marked as 12. And first of all, look at the fucking colors on that. That's amazing. It's so pretty. It does, like I said, though, have that spotting, which is very disappointing. And this is Malia of Hawaii. Honolulu, rather. Sorry, same thing. Hawaii. Does not have a size marked on it, but it's so freaking tiny. It's like, I'd be surprised if this was 26-inch waist, so it's an extra small for sure, maybe like like a size 0, kind of extra small, maybe 0, I'm not sure. But the colors were beautiful, and this was also about 10 bucks. And I also think that even if I can't get the discoloration out, although it's a little bit more noticeable on this dress, I think I can still sell it for a decent amount. I suspect that it will partially come out, at least, even if not all of it does. These two dresses are both cotton, and my plan to get the marks out is first I'm going to soak them in water with detergent, just to get some of the grungier gunk out. Then, and I just use Gain detergent because I'm cheap. Then I'm going to soak them in probably detergent and OxiClean and some borax to try and get the color more under control. I might have to do that more than once. And I also will want to either add or do a separate soak with vinegar and baking soda to get rid of the smell, the musty smell, which works really well, by the way. And I just do it in the tub, and I don't have a measurement. I just blindly pour a shit ton of stuff in there. So, but it's worked for me on other stuff, so that's nice. All right, I got this. So cute. It's just a little leather pouch, but I think it was marked as like $2, $4. It wasn't marked at all, but it was cheap. And then it's got these little belt loopy guys in the back, so you just clip it on your belt loop. So it's obviously great for men. The whole fanny pack thing is very trendy, crossbody thing. So I think that for a woman, you could obviously stick it on a belt, but you could also loop a longer belt through here and wear it as a crossbody type of thing. It's fantastic. I love stuff like this for me going to estate sales or flea markets or the thrift store where I want to have my hands free and not let anybody steal all my cash. But other people might use it for things like, I don't know. I was going to say going clubbing, but this isn't a going clubbing kind of bag. Also, I don't know that people do that anymore. Go clubbing. I'm old. So let's see. I'm trying to make sure I show you the best. I might only have 2 things left in here. Told you it would be short. All right, so this thing is really nifty. This is, I don't know what this is intended to be. It's some sort of folded, so it's got a zipper down the front. It's like a pillowcase. It's double-sided, and it's, I guess, about 1 inch to 1.5 inches deep. So it's got this zipper down the center, and then both sides have these pockets. So 2 small ones, and then a bigger one, and 2 small ones. So I'm assuming this is either a lingerie bag, or maybe it was intended for shoes, or just all sorts of stuff like to go inside of luggage to keep things more organized. And also, you know, the zipper opens up and then it's a full size in there. Maybe it's if you want to keep your valuables in your pillow. I don't know. I got this because the fabric is obviously sheer, and it's all these little, flocked flowers in different colors. And I may have spoken about this group in the last video I did. There's a group where they love this type of fabric. So I've been trying to pick some of it up. There was a lot of it going for a lot of money on that group at some point. I mean, I'm talking there was one piece of fabric that went for $1,000. I'm not fucking kidding. It was $1,000. I don't remember how much yardage there was, but it wasn't like it was a whole bolt. You know what I mean? It was like 2-3 yards, I think. There was another few that went in the $200 to $400 range. I think that trend has gotten a little past because I think a lot of members joined the group and too many people are trying to put things in there at too high of a price to start off with. So that momentum of, you know, let me get it, doesn't really work. They do a lot of auctions and similar stuff in there. I'm probably going to stick this in there as an auction because I'm so unfamiliar with fabrics and their worth, and especially this niche, that I know that they will like it. I just don't know what a reasonable expectation is. So I'll put it in there as an auction, and I'll probably start it at $15 just because as it is, it's a cool piece. So I would be happy to list it on Etsy and not have somebody chop it up into bits and use it for little girl dresses or bows or something. That's that. Then this dress, all right, this dress is really amazing. I think It's from the 30s, and it's 3 different pieces, and I love it. And I'm gonna have a hard time selling it potentially. So first there's just this scarf part of it, which is nice and wide, or shawl maybe. It's got very delicate lace on there, and I don't know if you can see the lace because everything is dark over here, isn't it? All right, there we go. Kind of see it. So it's like the black floral, very delicate lace, like it's almost like it was made just of thread. So very pretty, and the lace is intact on this at least, which is amazing. And then the design on that is so pretty. So that's the shawl part. And then there's a dress part. The dress part I haven't totally figured out yet. Let's see. Okay, so it's got this lace bodice, which is not in good condition. The lace itself is in good condition. The lining behind it is all shattering, and if you're not familiar with that term, that's what shattering is, where you could basically just like kind of pull it apart, right? And it almost like cracks into these straight lines. So that's not in good condition. Oops, just ripped it more. I don't really know also how this was intended to stay up when you put it on. So no, there's not. I thought these were hooks. They are not hooks. I don't know if a strap was, oh, here's hook and eye closures here, but even in good condition, I don't believe that this would be something that would kind of stay up on its own, you know? So I'm not sure, but look at the construction in this. It's really cool. All the old pieces are really cool. I don't even know what half of this shit is going on in here. So there's that, you know, there's some sort of loop here. I don't know what that's supposed to do, but I just like the old stitching and stuff. So nice. And then this has more, wow, this is like elaborate. Sorry, I'm just discovering this with all of you on here. Let me see. So that opens up, and then the skirt opens. Wow, my God. Okay. And I'm going to assume that that is a side closure. And I say 1930s on this because I look at it and it makes me think it's 1930s. I have zero idea. The side closure being snaps and hook and eye is also part of what tips me off a little. Normally what I would do with a piece like this is there's a group on Facebook I would post it in to try and help me determine a date. And anyway, but that's it. So the dress part, other than the lining of the lace, everything is in pretty good condition. So I don't know how I would handle that. Are these separate? The lining is completely separate from the lace. They both have darting in them, but it is completely separate. So at the very least, I could rip the lining out and leave it unlined, but I don't really know. Anyway, whatever. So there's that. And it's a nice full skirt. Full-ish. It's not like, you know. So, and all of the fabric of the skirt is in great condition, and there's more of that lace on the hem of the slip underneath. So very pretty. All right, there's that part three is this, which is a top. So also a little confusing to me because it's got the lace bodice and then this top goes over it, but this is so clearly a top. It's got snap closures on either side of the shoulder. It's very peasant looking to me. This is what's going to be difficult. I'm going to want to keep the top if it looks nice on me. The skirt is, I'm assuming, not going to fit because, you know, I'm a normal size and it's probably not. But anyway, it was so pretty. This was marked as 30. So I think the other two dresses were marked as 12 each, 50. I wouldn't have paid more than $60. And I suspect maybe I paid 40 at this estate sale, but I'm not entirely sure. But anyway, and this too, by the way, stinks and needs to be cleaned. And this is going to be a little bit more of a process for me. I'm going to soak it just in cold water first and kind of see what happens. Things like this, I think this will do okay, but this type of fabric, older pieces especially, I always worry that the dye is going to bleed, because a lot of times it does. In my experience, I've been able to sort of witness that the color is bleeding, and if I get it out of the water right away and just rinse it back out, it doesn't stain, you know, the color doesn't run on the garment. But I have also noticed that it has to be sitting in the water for a few minutes before the color will even start to bleed. I try to just run it under water and like see if any color sort of, you know, starts coming out. And when it doesn't, I throw it all into the tub, but sometimes I've come back 10 minutes later and there's like color bleeding or in the water around it. So I'll do this though, assuming the color does not run. I'm going to do it in just plain old cold water first. Then I will do cold water probably with some woolite. And this will also at some point get a vinegar baking soda bath. I will not be doing OxiClean on this. I hear that Oxy is a little harsh on some fabrics, and I've had it actually damage more modern pieces, but only in really severe instances. And that was actually, they have like a spray wash pre-treatment. That's the thing that's damaged stuff for me. So I try to stay away from that. But anyway, I don't think this will need Oxy. So that was my little estate sale haul. I wish I had gotten there on the first day, but it, I think that things probably would have been more money than I wanted to pay. And there was still nice stuff left over. So